Hey, what's going on, guys? I just got done watching My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 7. Start things off, I just want to go ahead and say it out front. This is a 7. It is absolutely 7, maybe even a little beneath that. Now it's closer to like a 6.9 or 6.5. Uh, it just didn't make it for me. And that's saying something. Usually I'm pretty easygoing on a lot of animes. Uh, we start off beating the dead horse. We go over the same plan. Separate them all. We already knew this. I don't know why they're telling us this. Let's move on. Shigaraki had that big hand growth. Thought Bunny Girl would die. No, she didn't. She just kind of got smacked. And that is my mistake. I am a watcher only. Do not read the My Hero series. And going from that, I was also wrong about Shoto being on that team. I don't know why he thought he was there. I guess it was because Bakugo and Shoto were working a lot together as a team of three with Deku. But that's not it at all. I watched last episode and I very much knew that Shoto is going to have to face off against his brother, which is Dabi, aka Toya. Anyway, we go back to the hand thing. Why is the hand thing important? Well, it's because his quirks are being suppressed by not only Eraser, but Nito. Nito is mimicking his full quirk. Eraser only has half of his quirk due to one of his eyes being gouged out. And the other important part of this is that Deku is not there to be the center fold. So you have everyone else around him having to fight without the main character in the middle. So that's going to be kind of interesting. Shigaraki is making that hand growth come out of nowhere, and it's not a quirk. He actually says it's a part of his body, which actually is kind of interesting. Now, I don't know if All for One did this or somebody new did it specifically. I mean, it could have been the Doctor, couldn't it? Even though the Doctor's gone, who knows? So he has some crazy hand growth thing going on, and he's expanding it within the coffin. That's the name of the arena they're in. It's going to be the Shigaraki's coffin. So, bunch of heroes there, all working within it. The one that's making all the stuff is Momo. Electric Dude, I'm sorry, you're a side character as it gets, but you're pretty chill. And yeah, that's all I can tell you guys. So, more information, just because this episode doesn't have a lot. Move on to the next thing. Of course, this is the main meat and bones of the episode. God, why? Why did they tell us this? So, you'll never guess it. Toga is in love with Deku. We get to their fight, which is really not a fight. She confesses. Iruka, Froki, they take out for Deku. Deku's already made a message back where Shigaraki, then he's made a call towards Erasure and them, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna have to come this way because, of course, Nito can't copy multiple quirks at a time without having to wait in between." And that's boring because, well, he's gonna have to fly out of there. So after they had their little, I guess, toss up, she confesses. The confession is just dumb. And then she's like, "You're all just like my parents. Boo hoo 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 hoo." Even though they're gonna say something nicer than her parents. God. Deku gets out of there. Iruka and Froki are gonna take over, and that's gonna be the big fight. It's some weird love triangle in her head. And whenever she loves someone, they I guess they can't detect her, because of course Deku's powers don't work. But as Deku is making his way, he's using his Air Force, and he's sitting there thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna go to 100% and use Black Whip and Spider-Man it." And then he had a talk with the fourth Wilder, and yeah, he's like, "No, you can't do this. If you're thinking about using the super hidden combo quirk within you, I don't know, something about some more advanced technology in his quirk, which I hope we get to sometime. At least one of them, one of the many advanced uses." Okay, we're out of this. We're out of those two. Of course, we got to go to the biggest one right now. And this is one that I feel like is going to be the most coolest. It's going to be Dabi. So you got the youngest versus the oldest. So Shoto versus Toya. Man, oh man. So you got Endeavor sidekick there. It's just like the most bunched up team of people. You got one that's his sidekick that has like flames. I forgot what her power is. It's sort of like flames. And then you got Shoto. So of course Shoto's the only one that can fight there. And he's gonna have to make use of both of his powers as he's been working on. So that's gonna be exciting. I think the next episode's gonna more or less do with the Shoto battle. It's gonna take the One Piece whole entire role and just go throughout all these battles. Eventually, some of them are gonna end, and then we're gonna get to the Deku battle, which is gonna be the big one versus Shiguraki, and that's just gonna go crazy. Oh my god! Don't even get me on the Endeavor one. Man, will that be a madhouse too? You got Hawks and Endeavor together. Banger, man. I still love this series, and I'm sorry about my knowledge and names aren't exactly always on point, but do know I have heart in this series. I may have gave it a low rating today, but it's gonna redeem itself. Guys, question of the day. Who do you think is better? Dabi or Toga? I have to say, man, I think Toga has a nice heart. It's not even got to do with her being a female that is used in many places. I do think underneath her, out of a lot of the bad guys currently, she's got a good heart underneath there, but she associates love with the wrong emotions. And I guess it's where her parents were really terrible to her. Dabi's in the dark, but I could see eventually him getting pulled out of the dark, or well, he's probably gonna end up getting killed or something stupid, just because he'd be such a great character to have back. But no matter what, all these villains are gonna end up in prison or in the graveyard. Dabi's already had these like massive flames set up. It's just overall gonna be a banger next episode. I hope we get some fighting in. Anyway, guys, I just want to say, stay safe and peace.